Another instance, canine strikes here and drags. So we got the impact and drag, impact and drag, impact, drag, matching the dog bites in another case. Now this is Mr. Workman's photograph. Again, we have canine impact and drag, canine impact and drag, canine and drag, canine and drag. Those are dog bites, not buckshot wounds. Now, what I've told you has been a lot of my experience, both at the autopsy table and in the laboratory, based upon what I've seen, based upon my understanding of wound ballistics, based upon my understanding of the mechanics of hollow point expansion. What I haven't done to this point is shown how this can actually occur in this instant case. So we've talked a lot about theory, brought up some case examples, but we haven't reproduced the results. What I did then was to produce a model using the 1980s era Memphis Police Department uniform shirt made of 100% polyester on top of the rib cage of a dog, backed by 10% ordnance gelatin, which is a recognized human tissue simulant. And I fired one round, and one round only, from a .45 pistol, silver-tipped ammunition, through the material, through the rib cage and on into the gelatin, and recovered this bullet. Again, you can see this is the bullet recovered from this test. You can see that the bullet is almost cylindrical in shape. Its wound track through the gel shows some disturbance greater than a plug point that I used as a control. I took another 185 grain Winchester Western silver tip, cast it with epoxy material, shot it through the gelatin, and it has a wound profile very similar to an undeformed Full Metal Jacket bullet. This wound profile shows greater damage, probably due to the fact that the nose of the bullet was deformed into a flat cylindrical shape as opposed to a tapered cone shape. Now, the x-ray does not show well at all here, and that's unfortunate because the hollow point track up through here shows small fragments of bone, but no metallic material. And the plug point below it as a control also shows some small fragments of bone, but no metallic material. Very similar to Lieutenant Oliver's post-surgical x-ray. This is the nose of the Winchester Western silver tip bullet that was fired in the ballistics test. You can see that it has been flattened down into a cylindrical form. It still has a significant cavity remaining, and that cavity is plugged by material. This is the shirt material here, and this is a piece of bone. It came out very readily. All you have to do is pick it out. There's the polyester material, and there is the bony material. So the contents of the hollow point bullet were recovered in the test shooting. This is the nose of the ballistics test bullet fired through the shirt, the rib cage, and the gelatin with the contents removed. Again, notice how it has a very similar shape to the nose of Q1. The nose has been turned into a cylinder, it has been broadened, and still has ample cavity. This is the side of the bullet from the ballistics test. Again, it has been knocked back into a cylindrical form. And this is the side of bullet Q1 recovered from the parking lot. Again, I prepared for your use. This is the bullet Q1 that I believe went through Lieutenant Oliver's body. And this is the bullet model that went through the shirt, the rib cage, and the gelatin.
Okay. Exhibit D, which is the bullet Q1, and E, which is the bullet model.
And I think that you can take a look at those and see that